A 46-year-old human rights lawyer and Hollywood legend George Clooney's wife, Amal Clooney, has lately made news for shockingly admitting how she really feels about her spouse. Amal and George have captivated the globe with their charisma and idyllic romance, earning them a reputation as one of the most beloved power couples in Hollywood. Things may not be as ideal as they appear, though, behind the scenes of the red carpet smiles. The couple's alleged separation has sparked allegations of marital strife, according to insiders. Has Amal had enough of George's long-term relationship with Julia Roberts? Help us uncover the truth by sticking around as we investigate what's happening behind closed doors. The surprising disclosure made by Amal, formerly known as Amal Alamuddin. Amal Clooney is now George Clooney's beautiful wife and a Hollywood legend in her own right. She had an outstanding career as a human rights lawyer who represented prominent persons before she became famous. One of Hollywood's most eligible bachelors fell madly in love with her because she was stunning, smart, and composed. Amal has been a constant in the media ever since her marriage to Prince Harry was announced, drawing praise for her excellent taste and sharp intellect. But what was the tale behind the scenes of this apparently ideal love story? George and Amal initially crossed paths at a dinner at George's Italian house, introduced by a common acquaintance. There was an instant electric charge as soon as they met. Their initial email correspondence developed into more than just a casual acquaintanceship. A first date in London followed shortly after. Following that, progress was rapid. George surprised the happy couple, who had never even considered marriage, by popping the question with a proposal less than a year after they first met. As George put it, he was prepared to spend the remainder of his life with Amal after he knew she was the one. As he thought back on that pivotal moment, he expressed his immense gratitude for having discovered the one person he cared about above all else. Following that enchanted proposal, George and Amal were married in an extravagant Italian ceremony, became parents to twins, and have since committed their lives to helping others. George and Amal Clooney have been the picture of Hollywood bliss for quite some time, but new rumors indicate that their marriage of almost 10 years is beginning to show signs of strain. It would appear that their relationship has been straining due to their increasingly hectic schedules, despite their seemingly ideal appearance. Rumors have it that the pair is allegedly getting ready for a protracted separation, which adds gasoline to the fire of suspicion that their marriage isn't all it appears to be. Rumors of problems in paradise have been circulating, and Amal Clooney has startled the world with a shocking disclosure. Her renowned husband, George Clooney, is someone she despises greatly. George appears to have won Amal over with his charisma and charm. He was once Hollywood's most eligible bachelor. Their public marriage was portrayed in a very different light by her latest confession, though. Even more shocking is the context in which the confession was revealed, a high-profile case that has been garnering media attention. Good Night and Good Luck, the stage adaptation of George's critically acclaimed film, will have him spending a considerable amount of time in New York City in 2025, when he will finally make his eagerly anticipated Broadway debut. Amal, however, will likely keep working as a human rights lawyer in France when she and her husband Alexander and Ella, who are twins, are 7 years old. Even though George's Broadway debut is a huge deal, many are wondering how he and his girlfriend will handle the emotional and practical challenges that come with being so far away from his family. The couple's relationship is supposedly on the brink of collapse, since they can't seem to find enough time in their busy schedules to spend with each other, as reported by In Touch Weekly. However, the strain can be due to more than just professional responsibilities. There's more going on, and it might shock fans even more than the split rumors. Amal's shocking confession sent the internet ablaze, with some insiders speculating that George's infamously tight and controversial friendship with Julia Roberts was the root of her animosity. Sources close to the couple say this revelation has been coming for a long time, but fans of the couple are startled by Amal's open remarks. It appears that the pair has been secretly fighting to keep their marriage together for years, trying to hide the fact that there are problems. Any divorce between Amal and her Hollywood superstar husband would certainly be contentious and expensive due to Amal's stellar reputation as an accomplished and combative lawyer. We are forced to wonder, as the once envied Clooney romance seems to fall apart, what exactly pushed this apparently ideal pair to the verge of disaster. In this article, we will explore the various causes behind George and Amal Clooney's marriage, possibly coming to an end. The real story behind their romance, outside of the realm of Hollywood. George Clooney's romance with Julia Roberts has continued her pattern of scandalous relationships. Their odd connection has been in the tabloids and through every Hollywood storm, thanks to their frequent appearances together and electrifying on-screen chemistry. George and Julia's paths initially crossed in February while filming Ocean's 11. Nobody could have predicted back then that their bond would endure longer than the marriages of many famous Hollywood actors and actresses. Even after 20 years, the friendship is as strong as ever and has never been anything more than that. George frequently thinks back on their friendship, recalling how they hit it off the first day they met. He claims that the basis of their connection was their common work ethic and practical outlooks. George was transitioning from his stardom on ER to a thriving film career when he and Julia first became acquainted. Julia had recently won an Oscar for her role in Erin Brockovich. They developed a bond that went beyond the photo ops and premieres that characterized so many Hollywood friendships. When Julia became pregnant with twins in February of 2004, their closeness became much stronger. A more caring and protective side of George, who was previously known as a prankster, emerged during this formative event. He was constantly there for Julia, making sure she had water on set and checking in with her often to see how she was doing. In Julia's eyes, George was more than simply a co-star. He was an ideal gentleman and a genuine friend. Like many Hollywood friendships, many thought their bond would wane with time. The relationship has only gotten stronger with time though, and both fans and Amal seem to be confused about how close they actually are. Did this enduring connection play a role in the discord that eventually emerged in George and Amal's marriage? George and Julia's relationship has never been ordinary, and when the rumors heat up, that much is evident. From Ocean's 12 in 2002 to Money Monster in 2016, George Clooney and Julia Roberts collaborated on numerous projects throughout the years. The time they spent off from the camera strengthened their relationship even more than their on-screen chemistry. As a light-hearted look into their friendship, George jokingly joked about Julia's penchant for making peculiar bird noises before they would fetch coffee. They seemed more like long-lost buddies than Hollywood co-stars due to their laid-back chemistry. During Julia's first pregnancy, their bond blossomed. George Clooney's famous estate on Lake Como in Italy provided her with the tranquility and comfort she sought, thanks to its picturesque location, rich history, and breathtaking vistas. Returning to the villa with her children after giving birth, Julia brought a feeling of warmth and joyful pandemonium to the peaceful elegance of George's hideaway. George and Julia's friendship fared better than the norm in Hollywood, where many relationships fail due to jealousy and rumors. Through thick and thin, they were there for each other when things became difficult. While Julia weathered the storms with Danny Madder, George stood by her side and watched him enjoy his time as Hollywood's most eligible bachelor until he married Amal. They gracefully and humorously dealt with the constant stream of romance rumors. When questioned about their lack of romantic involvement, George stated that it was because he or Julia was in a relationship at the time. They had developed a friendship right away. Julia expressed her relief that their connection wasn't simply another superficial Hollywood bond, saying that it was all for fun. Their unique bond was encapsulated in just one remark. In a field where relationships often come and go, it was refreshingly authentic, long-lasting, and sincere. At the moment when it appeared as though their relationship could not be altered, a human rights lawyer by the name of Amal entered George's life, ushering in a new and more intricate chapter in their tale. George Clooney's incorporation of Amal into his life. Then, as if Hollywood hadn't already worked out George Clooney and Julia Roberts' dynamic, along came human rights lawyer Amal Aludin, who appeared ready to derail one of the most famous friendships in Hollywood. Everyone was waiting for scandals, rumors, and sparks to fly between George and Julia after years of speculation about their romance. However, the events that followed stunned everyone. One of the first individuals Clooney contacted after meeting Amal in February 2013 was Julia Roberts, according to Clooney himself. Roberts recognized right away that this was different after years of seeing her close friend manage high-profile romances that never lasted. That was before she even met Amal. She gushed about it to Ellen DeGeneres. Amidst Ellen's inquiry about whether she had crossed paths with George's new sweetheart, Julia confessed that she hadn't. However, this did not impede her from lavishing praise on Amal, describing her as stunning and intelligent. Ultimately, what truly matters to me is that George is happy. George, in typical Clooney manner, was not going to take any chances with this crucial first encounter. He planned a dinner party just to present the two women who would have the most impact on his life. Despite the years of tabloid speculation around Julia and George, what seemed like an uncomfortable meeting actually marked the start of something unexpected. Amal, Julia, and George form an extraordinary connection that goes both ways. Their connection stood out because of how naturally it grew, despite the media's continual nitpicking.